So, what do you do when you're first getting started in voiceovers and you have no resume and no credits? Well, things probably aren't quite as bleak as you may think. I'll talk about it more next on this week's DeWeese Directive. How you doing? Bill DeWeese here from VoiceOverRevolution.com. And a very quick reminder up front that my April Fast Track class begins tomorrow night. This video is being released on Wednesday, so Thursday night, my very first Fast Track class for April will happen. The significance of the April class is that I'm taking time off after that for a while, for the summer. You know, here in Illinois where it gets really bitterly cold in the winter, we kind of hibernate during the winter time, and so I've been inside, as you can see, pretty washed out at this point. So when the warmer weather comes out, the sun hits, I throw on the running shoes and I hit the pool and I'm outside as much as I possibly can. So I'll be doing less of my teaching in the evenings and a little more time soaking in some sun. So if you want to get in before the summertime, April would be the time to do it. Just drop me an email at voiceoverexpert@gmail.com and say fast track, and as long as we have room, we'll be glad to get you into the class. I wanted to address a question that I recently received, which is this. How did you overcome a short VO resume in the beginning? How did you overcome a short voiceover resume in the very beginning? Okay. Very good question. And by resume, I assume what the question is really referring to is not so much resume, as rarely are we asked for a resume, but really my credits. If you go to my website, BillDeWeese.com, you'll see some of my many credits. I've recorded for probably most of the world's best-known brands. And so there is some benefit that comes along with gathering a resume like that, a list of credits like that. But the first thing, one of the main rules of marketing that I want you to encourage you to keep in mind. And by the way, this is not just a great marketing rule. This is a great life philosophy, and that is this. Focus on what you have and not on what you don't have. In other words, it's really easy to get sidetracked by things where you don't feel adequate. Well, I don't have the credits, I don't have a resume, so I can't be successful. Well, when we all started out, none of us had a resume. None of us had credits. So that obviously is not a reason not to succeed, because those of us who have done this for any amount of time started off like everybody else with nothing. So don't focus on what you don't have, focus on what you do have. And that not only means within your own mind, for your own psychological reasons and self-motivation, but also for the benefit of prospective clients. In other words, the fact that you don't have credits, don't worry. Don't promote what you don't have. Promote what you do have. So on your website or in your marketing communication, meaning any phone calls or emails, focus on what you do have. When I first started off, what I focused on was the fact that I produced a quality audio product. That's what I know. I knew that I had a good quality audio product. So I offered professional audio, delivered promptly. I always deliver what I say I'm going to deliver on time, and done professionally. So what I focused on was the way I interacted with my clients and what I gave them. I didn't focus on what I didn't have. I didn't mention the fact that I hadn't yet recorded for Disney or for Google or for Microsoft or for Chevrolet. But what I did have was a quality product, and I had a work ethic, and I was reliable, and people could count on the fact that if I said I would deliver it, I would deliver it, and that I would make sure that they enjoyed the interaction and the relationship with me. And that worked very heavily in my favor. So again, rule number one, focus on what you have and what you don't have. And now let's take just a moment to talk about the benefit, or what benefit there may be in having a resume or a list of credits. The purpose of having credits on a website or in any kind of marketing communication is to build your perceived value and credibility to the prospective client. In other words, when they see that, we want to overcome questions they may have about whether you're worth hiring or not. And so there is some benefit that as you begin to accumulate known brands as clients, using that in your marketing communication, because it does help to overcome maybe questions in the back of the mind. But the reality is this. That is not the main reason that people hire you. The main and primary reason people will hire you is because, and I think you know the answer to this question, it's because of your demo. They're going to click play on your demo, and within a matter of seconds, they'll know whether you're worth their time and effort and consideration. And usually the credits are just something to either help push the tipping point if they're not sure, or if they have any questions. They think, oh, well, okay, A, B, and C hired him or her, so, he must be or she must be worth considering. So yeah, there is some benefit there. But I think the real benefit comes in the perceived value. In other words, it's hard to get the rates. It would have been hard for me to get the rates when I first started that I get now. Not only because of the number of years that I've done this, not only because I am better now than I was when I first started, but because I have a track record. I have a history. I have a resume. I have a list of clients. And now I can demand a higher dollar because my value, the perceived value of what I have to give to clients is higher. Not only is it higher in reality, but it's perceived to be higher because when clients come to my website, they know that I've worked for American Express and, and on, that it goes. So as you are able to build that resume and that list of clients and of credits, it does build the value in the mind of the prospective client. A lot of people expect, and this really goes to rates as well. It speaks to that issue because a lot of people think when they first start that they should be able to command the same rates as somebody who's done this for a long time and has really developed a skill set and has more experience. But one size doesn't fit all. And your value is not what you think you're worth. The value is what somebody's willing to pay you, ultimately. Ultimately, your value is what somebody is willing to pay you for the job. And your credits do help to build your value in the mind of clients. So my point is this: it will not stop you from launching a career. It, for the most part, will rarely ever stop you from getting a job. But the way that it will help you as you continue to work and build those credits, it will help you build a case to get better pay because your perceived value will be higher in the mind of your prospective clients. It will help you to make more money as time goes by. So you don't have credits? Don't worry. You can still book work. If your demo is great and you've got a great website for your clients to go to where they can find your demo and play it and listen to it, you'll get work. And as time goes by, as you begin to pick up credits and build your resume, you'll be able to get better rates as well. Hey, thanks for checking out this video. I hope you like it. If so, give it a thumbs up, like it, subscribe if you haven't subscribed yet, and share this channel with your friends. And I look forward to talking to you again very, very soon.